Well, Benny, your die-cast John Deere 5010 conversion is complete, and I redid all the whole front end's completely redone, because these die-cast models, it's almost a treat doing a brooder model than going to a die-cast model, because the die-cast models are just meant for, you know, they look good, but they're, you know, a lot of stuff's not round and a lot of stuff's not square on it, so they're a lot harder to convert than a brooder. So I redid the kingpin joints and the tie rod. I used all the original pieces so that it looks like a scale model, but I made brass kingpins and brass tie rod end pins to take all the slop out of everything. And you got separate gear motors for each drive, and they're mixed to the steering, so she'll turn on a dime. And it's got tons of power, more power than you need, and it's got pretty decent speed. It's got the same batteries and the same gear boxes as little gear motors as I have in my International tractor. And the batteries are 8 cells, 8 2/3 A's. They're little, I'm trying to remember now if it's 1500 or 1600 milliamp cells, but they last a long time. My International runs for, I don't know, I would say at least 2 hours, but I never really timed it. I don't know if I've ever run it dead in one sitting. But let me fire it up for you. I searched through all the Benedini files for a sound that sounds good, and compared it to the tractors on the internet, on all the YouTube videos I could find, and it's pretty close. It's pretty close to what I could find for full-scale tractors. Oh yeah, here's your headlights, or your fender lights we'll call them, but they're headlights. There's your low beams. You shut the sound, let the sound go off. And there's your high beams. And it also has a reverse light. Oh, we'll turn it around here. There's your reverse light. Now the reverse light, I'll show you when you get here, but it's mixed. You can actually just turn the light on and leave it on if you want. If you want to use it for light, you can also adjust where you aim it. It's on like it's a brass post painted green, but you can aim it anywhere you'd like. Turn that light back off, and then you also have a dash light to tell you that you're whoop, shut off. Fire back up. You also have a power on, a dash light to let you know that the power is on. That shows up in the video. There you go. A little yellow dash light. Drive through here and show off the lights a bit. Get it turned around. It steers and runs so nice, because I've spent so much time on the International getting all the mixing nice. So what I did is I just copied the International model and then made all the changes and the mixes and the modifications to work properly with your machine. So all the mixes work nice, so it turns nice and sharp. Now I also have, for lack of a better term, a cruise control function, which I set up for my International too. Is the left slider runs the steering, and the right slider controls forward and reverse. So what's cool is you can leave both the right and left sliders in neutral, and then just run it with your sticks. Here's your reverse, and here's your forward, and here's your right and left. Just don't need to, I forgot too, I need to lower the speed down on that so that it won't flip like that, so that it only goes scale speed no matter how fast you move it. But I can fine tune that when you get here, because some people don't like it to be too slow to react when they steer it. But what's kind of neat is if you're giving somebody a demo or you're just showing somebody, you can actually set it on the floor and just have it run around in circles, and I'll show you what I mean. You can just set it, and then you can just take your hands off the radio. And just enjoy it, you know, watch it run. And it's heavy too. It's well, the model itself was very heavy, you know, when I started. And then to add the gear motors and all the batteries and all the electronic components, I haven't weighed it, but it's got to be 4 or 5 pounds. Anybody watching this that owns the die-cast model can say that the model itself is very heavy. A lot of metal. Took a lot of gutting to get all the electronics to fit. There's eight cells of battery in there and 2 gear motors. Oh, why'd she stop? Oh. And battery's probably getting low. I never charged the battery, and I've been working on it for a couple of days assembling it. So I just increased the throttle a little bit to get it moving again. But yeah, it's got what, 3 speed controls in it, 1 for each drive, and then 1 for your high and low beams on your headlights, and just a regular little E-switch for the reverse light. And that little micro LED for the dash light. I never used those little micro LEDs before, but they're crazy. They're smaller than a tiny tick, but they look nice. Oh, almost knocked your head off. Let me run it on the floor to show you how maneuverable it is. Oh, I forgot the horn. I set it up. Whoop, wrong button. We can set up however you want, but I have it on the little bind button, so you can just hit that. Sounds the horn. But yeah, let me set it on the floor and show you how it handles on the floor. It's a little dark. Need to get a higher view of it, I guess. It's kind of hard to. What I'm going to do is I'll run the throttle on automatic, and then I'll just steer it. Set it down on the floor here so I can roll. That's better.